Donk Nation, Jackson, Jen. It's greetings and welcome to your Daily Dose of Donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you the Bugcap. Big win over Detroit, 29-24 at Forbes Field. Bugcap, this game was crazy. It was chaotic. It was silly, dumb, and brilliant all at the same time.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about this Steelers victory?
Detroit was booing almost the whole game.
That's true. They didn't like a whole lot of things that are going on. Any plays you want to talk about just on your own before we bring up what happened during the game?
The Gainwell one.
Go ahead.
Gainwell, so Aaron Rodgers says, hi, Gainwell goes down the field. Gainwell catches the ball, didn't get ruled on, and he scores a touchdown.
I'm glad this got overturned on the field because crazy shenanigans could have happened based off how the refs did it. But, of course, he's talking about the Gainwell down the right side play where he gets tackled before the ball gets there. While falling down, makes an amazing one-handed catch on the turf, not being contacted by the defender, gets up, runs to the end zone right at the end of the half. This amazing play by Gainwell, probably catch of the year for the Steelers without a doubt. And almost didn't happen because, one, well, I think the refs did call the pass interference. But two, the refs called it an incomplete pass originally, got together, decided it was a catch. You know, New York was involved in that, thank goodness. And the play gets to be upheld for a touchdown. Absolute craziness going on there. Great play to see. Any other plays that really caught your mind?
Defensive play at 12 seconds to go at the end of the game.
You mean the last play of the game? Go ahead on that one.
So Detroit says hike. They pass it. The number 14 on Detroit, I think he pushes Ramsey.
Yeah, so he gets called for offensive pass interference.
Yeah, and then he fumbles the ball. Goff picks it up, turns it into a touchdown, but there's no touchdown because it's PI.
Correct, and that play's called a lateral in that circumstance. A fumble is when the ball goes out on the ground. He lateraled it to Goff. Goff ends up scoring a touchdown. Of course, he's talking the last play of the game. We'll get into that a little later on a full breakdown for you, Bug. But those are Bug's plays to remember from the game. This game starts... Both teams are 3 and out from the defense, then the offense goes down and kicks a field goal, so a good start, all things considered, 3-0 lead. Then Detroit turns it over on downs, which we knew was going to be a big thing with stopping them on 4th down. Then the Steelers have a decent long drive with a punt. Detroit gets their field goal to tie it. Steelers go 3 and out. Detroit goes 3 and out. Steelers go 3 and out. Detroit scores a touchdown, and you're starting to feel, oh no, maybe things are going the wrong way here. I believe that touchdown was a heck of a job going up and getting it by Tesla, but really, Detroit just dominating passing the ball. Now, the Steelers' rush defense absolutely stopped the two-headed monster that was Detroit. I know they had offensive line problems, but only 16 yards rushing the whole game, Bug. Something good for the defense there, huh?
Yep.
And then you want to say about the run defense?
Defense, they finally showed up.
Yeah, Derek Harmon seems to be a really big part of that. I mean, finally get Derek Harmon back. They shut him down. I know Detroit had some injuries, so not going to read too much into it. But then we have that amazing touchdown drive. What is it, 11 plays, 80 yards, with the crazy Gainwell play that we already broke down as the 45-yard touchdown to essentially end the half because there's 2 seconds left when he scored. And that's huge. The third quarter consisted of 3 drives. The Steelers drive where Darnell Washington fumbles the ball at the 4-yard line. We were about to do the back-to-back touchdowns and bookend touchdowns. End first half, start second half with a touchdown. Bug, not meant to be big Mount Washington losing the football. Very painful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the defense kind of makes it not so painful. Kyle Duggar comes up and gets a sack in the end zone for a safety, 2-point Pittsburgh. Do you remember that play? Go ahead.
So what's his number again?
I believe Duggar wears 29.
29, going up to the quarterback and sacks him in zone.
Yep, he comes on a blitz from the right side. The right guard never sees him, comes untouched, gets Goff for that. Then the Steelers have a 17-play, 10-minute drive that, my goodness gracious, you need to score touchdowns, ends in a field goal, which really hurts. But holy moly, what a pretty good drive. And this drive maybe upset me more than anything else, and it had nothing really to do other than... No, this is the drive where the Steelers got called for offensive pass interference, and Detroit later in the game runs essentially the same play but on the outside rather than in the middle, and Detroit gets away with it for a touchdown. But the Steelers got called for OPI, and it ends up costing us a touchdown there. Darnell Washington called for OPI on a play that was done later in the game and not called against Detroit. That one kind of frustrated me. Do you remember that OPI call?
Yeah.
Anything to say about it?
No.
Nothing. Okay. After that field goal drive, the Steelers force a 3-and-out, and then we get the first of two Jaylen Warren 40-yard touchdown. I think were both of them 45 yards. I think both touchdown runs were 45 yards. So the first of two 45-yard touchdown runs from Jaylen Warren happens on the next drive, and then Detroit has that long 10-play touchdown drive to get back, into it. I believe that was the fourth down one where we didn't stop. A little screen pass to Khalif Raymond. He goes down the right side untouched. Anything to say about that play for their touchdown? I think it was a 27-yarder.
Wait. Battle luck stop him defense.
Yeah, it felt like one of those moments. And the Steelers come back, a 3-play, 65-yard touchdown drive. Gainwell second 45-yarder. You want to break down either of those amazing runs from, or not Gainwell, from Jaylen Warren?
David Baldwin. He's too fast for any Detroit Lions defender to catch him.
Yeah. Detroit Lions middle linebacker Jack Campbell is getting himself out of position the way we've watched Patrick Queen do it all year. But this time it was us getting the big runs and it not being done to us. Really good to see. That puts us to the point, right? Detroit goes down and Jahmyr Gibbs gets that rushing touchdown. That puts it within 5 points. The Steelers get the ball back, have a good drive, set up Boswell for what should be putting us... Yeah, should be putting us at 8 points, but Boswell, of course. Yeah. A rare miss from Boswell really hurts. That leads to the Detroit drive that was infamous that we just talked about. They're driving down the field. We can't really seem to stop them. A last play of regulation, clear two-handed push off offensive pass interference is what I'll start by saying. It clearly was. But now when we take that out of the play, the Steelers stop Amon St. Brown at the 1-yard line. They push him back to the 7-yard line. At this point, forward progress should have been called, and I believe one ref blew his whistle, though they didn't talk about it because they ended up ruling it a touchdown on the field. But doesn't matter in the long run. Either way, he's pushed back so far. It should have been forward progress, right? But I'll give him this. The ability to realize I'm not going to get in, toss that ball, Jared Goff getting and scoring a touchdown. Man, Detroit fans had to be like, oh my God, maybe there's a chance. Now, obviously, that flag's on them. They don't know that. Offensive pass interference ruins their chance at a happy ending on the week of Christmas. The game before their Christmas game because they played on Christmas Day. Yeah, essentially, yeah, and kills their playoff hope on Christmas Day. They do. But they go out. The Steelers make the stop they need to make. The offensive pass interference is there. It should have been called forward progress. But none of that really matters because at the end of the day, the OPI, game ends on the offensive penalty. Huge win for the Steelers. Great performance from the Steelers all in all.
Did you get caught for OPI once?
No, that was the one they got called for. Oh, earlier, yeah. Earlier they had another one on when they ran the pick play for the second time. They called it on them the second time at least. But yeah, they did do that. And of course, we have to talk about the what the heck was DK Metcalf moment in the game. I didn't talk about it during the game recap because that had nothing to do with the game. But what was DK thinking there?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't.
He knows that thing and upsetted him when he was in Seattle.
Who knows? Either way, you're a professional athlete. You can't be going into the stands, grabbing people by their hair and punching them. 2-game suspension that's upheld means no DK for the rest of the regular season.
Oh, man.
Yep, that's what it is. Anything else to say about this Detroit game?
It's Pittsburgh won.
They did. Any shout-outs from the game?
The whole team.
You got to give it to Kenneth Gainwell on that catcher. Maybe Jaylen Warren on them runs. Come on now. All right, we play the Browns this week. You think we're going to beat them?
Easy win. They are Shedeur.
Easy win because they have Shedeur Sanders. All right, fair enough. I'll let you know that I'm the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey at Twitch and Twitter. Your Daily Dose Donkey Ginger is the YouTube channel where you get this great content. Bug a little more excited this time. Big fun wins. One of the best games of the year. Makes that happen. He is the Bugaboo. No socials, but let him know.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Steel country.